We decided to create this place because there was a sense that for most kids, high school wasn't about anything real. We wanted to create a place where students and teachers never had to ask the why are we doing this question or why do I need to know this question. And we had a sense that doing kind of project work, doing authentic work was the way into that.
We don't have the arbitrary distinctions between math, science, English, and history. Just like the world doesn't have problems that are split into those 4 subjects, we don't do that either.
To the extent possible, we are always teaching projects that have some real world impact or audience or purpose outside of the classroom. When you leave high school and get a job, you're not going to have a boss that changes every 45 minutes, and you're not going to be given an assignment that is solely about English skills or math skills. So as much as possible, we want to run our advisory and our learning in a way that feels real world.
At the end of 10th grade, we have to put together this presentation. It's called Gateway, and that's where you declare like which path you want to take next year. And so it's like a combination of all the work you did in 9th grade, 10th grade, and how that shows that you're responsible enough for the pathways.
You gotta actually like give the judges an understanding of why you wanna proceed that pathway. And if you don't, it's like you don't get that pathway.
Out of the 3, there's auto tech, auto body, internships, and the college pathway. After some talking with my 10th grade advisor, we talked about colleges I wanted to go to and how that like aligned with my future goals. And so we decided that the college path was best for me.
The auto tech has been getting me to some good things so far. I'm coming to the end of my internship, so I'm moving up to apprentice, pay rate moves up. And it's like the workshop school followed me a long way through this pathway.
Maybe not so much as when we started, but we're still in an era where test scores are like the be-all and the end-all of what people think of as school quality. And this place is never going to make test prep a priority, because at the end of the day, we're all about cultivating this broader set of skills that those tests don't measure at all.
The biggest difference has been there's a very different approach to how we think about education here. Thinking about education being almost like an end. You want to get to this place. What is it going to take for you to get to this place? As opposed to here are all the things that you need to do, and now that you can do those things, utilize them to do something bigger than that.
We're designing projects all the time that have a purpose and a role and require work that requires students to do a lot of different kinds of thinking and use a lot of different kinds of skills.
Instead of doing final exams, we do exhibitions. We present the work that we do at the end of each quarter. Workshop school give me a lot of skills that I can live with throughout my lifetime and not have no one to ever take it from me. It's gonna always be there with me.
That vision, I think, is what really kind of sets the workshop school apart from other schools. The vision of a school that's really focused on student participation and student voice, that's really focused on a different set of skills.
Our 3rd principle now is persist and improve, and when we launched it was make the most out of failure. A lot of what we're doing, we're having to invent or adapt. And so that's hard. And one of the tensions this place always sort of has to struggle with is how much can we change at any given time.
You don't have to be in a completely project-based school in order to try project-based learning. Try things out, ask a big question, get kids engaged with choice, and then experiment. Just try something. It might fail, but that's okay. We learn from failure. That's how life works.